Today I'm going to talk about walking versus running and which one is better for your weight loss efforts. A lot of you found me because of my weight loss transformation video where I showed a transformation simply running on the treadmill. And I get a lot of questions, well, what if I can't run? Will walking be just as effective? So let's talk about whether walking or running is better for your journey. Now, as you know, I lost 70 pounds in 9 months, primarily with the assistance of the 75 Hard Challenge. I changed up the way that I ate. I started counting macros. I cut out processed sugar. I started incorporating running and strength training into my fitness routine, and I went on to lose 70 pounds total in 9 months. I had tummy tuck skin removal surgery after I lost the 70 pounds, and then I lost an additional 16 pounds training for a marathon. So over the course of my weight loss journey, I've lost approximately 90 pounds. And actually, I have used both walking and running as part of my journey. Walking and running have a couple of things in common, and one of those things is calorie burn. So you have to be in a caloric deficit in order to lose weight, and that just simply means that you are burning off more calories than you're actually taking in. And both walking and running will simply do that for you. If you're inactive and not doing anything when it comes to movement, anything that looks like exercise, whether you walk or you run, you're going to be burning more calories at any given time than you would otherwise had you remained sedentary. And so whether you walk or run, you're going to get a calorie burn that is going to benefit you in your weight loss efforts. Another thing that walking and running have in common is the increased metabolism effect. And this is just simply where you burn more calories at rest than you otherwise would have had you not incorporated either walking or running as part of your fitness routine. It just simply means I am burning more calories now sitting here talking to you than I would otherwise had I not started walking or running consistently as a part of my fitness routine. And again, it kind of goes back to that calorie deficit. You need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. And so either walking or running will get you there, because in the activity you're going to burn calories, and then while you're not in the activity you're going to burn additional calories. Now, one of the things that walking has over running is that it's low impact, and so it's great for people with joint issues. Anyone at any fitness level can walk. You really just kind of getting out there and putting one foot in front of the other. It's great for people of all ages, all sizes. It's a great exercise for beginners, because again, you're just simply kind of getting out there and putting one foot in front of the other, and you're not causing unneeded stress on the body. Walking is also something that you can do over a longer period of time. And so you have the benefit of endurance with walking because it's something that you can sustain over a longer period. Walking is also easy as a sustained activity simply because we tend to just kind of walk anyway, right? You walk around the house, you walk around the store, you walk to and from the mailbox every day. And so you're just taking something that you know how to do anyway, and you're setting aside dedicated time and you're making a dedicated effort to it as an exercise routine. And so it's great for consistency because we already know how to do it. We just have to dedicate the time and effort to do so. Then finally, walking is just something you can incorporate as part of your daily life. It's just simply something that is very easy for you to do. It only takes a great pair of walking shoes. You don't need a whole lot to start or to continue to walk. And plus, you can kind of do it anywhere. You can do it inside. If you're at a gym and you have access to a treadmill, you can walk around the mall, you can walk around the store, you can walk outside around your neighborhood. You don't have to necessarily be in a specific place in order to walk. And again, it only really takes just a simple pair of walking shoes. So it's very easy to sustain it, and it's very easy to incorporate it as part of your lifestyle simply because it just does not take much to do. So one of the things that I like about running over walking is that it's time efficient. So I can walk for 60 minutes and cover 3 miles and burn 300 calories, or I can run for 60 minutes and run 6 miles and burn 675 calories. So I've more than doubled the number of calories I've burned over the same time period simply because I'm doing a higher impact exercise. And also that helps with keeping my metabolism increased for a longer period of time after I've ended the activity, which just continues to help me burn more calories. So when you're talking about walking versus running for weight loss, absolutely running is going to give you that higher calorie burn, increased metabolism over a longer period of time, and it's going to be more time efficient. So I talked in my intro about me starting the 75 hard challenge as part of my weight loss journey. And on that challenge, you're required to do 2 45-minute workouts per day. And what I did on those workouts, most of those workouts twice a day, and I actually ended up doing 116 days of the challenge. So twice a day for 116 days, most of my workouts were simply walking. Why? Because it was easy. I could do it anywhere. Again, all it took was a great pair of walking shoes, and I had access to a treadmill, so I could do it, at home. I could walk around my neighborhood because I had to do an outdoor workout. I would just simply walk around my neighborhood. When I went on travel, I would have access to a treadmill at the hotel gym, or I could walk outside. I've done a lot of walking in some really interesting places. During my time on the 75 hard challenge. I've walked around the airport terminal. I've walked around the airport parking lot. I've walked around 2 amusement parks while we were on vacation, and not just strolling, through the amusement park, dedicated laps around the amusement park while my husband and son stood in line for a ride. And so walking, just became that thing that I could really do because it was simply easy, and I wanted to complete the challenge with the least amount of effort, and walking helped me get there. So you can absolutely lose weight walking, especially if you've been sedentary prior to that. What I found over the course of the 75 hard challenge was that walking 45 minutes twice a day equated to about 10,000 steps on average. So as long as I was averaging the 10,000 steps per day, then I was losing weight just simply walking. I lost 30 pounds in the first 75 days on the 75 hard challenge. Now, I completed the challenge for 116 days, and I lost a total of 34 pounds. And so my weight loss did start to slow down while I was, still walking the twice a day. And that is when I started to incorporate running, because again, running meant that for the same time period, I could cover more distance and burn more calories. And by incorporating running and strength training into my routine, I really started to burn a lot more calories, not only while I was in the activity, but at rest as well. And I went on to lose 70 pounds in 9 months. And I absolutely credit both running as well as strength training with helping me kind of break out of that slowdown. I wouldn't say that I was at a plateau at the point when I started running, but my weight had absolutely slowed down. And so once I started running, once I started strength training, and I was increasing my metabolism even at rest because I'm doing this higher impact exercise and I'm burning more fat off of my body, then running absolutely helped me to see the progress that I saw over that additional, 6.5 months or so. And this phenomenon of running busting out of a plateau wasn't new to me. Back in 2014, I had VSG weight loss surgery. So I had the sleeve surgery, and I got to the point where I got down from 265 to about 190. My weight started to slow down, and I was actually starting to regain weight. And that was the point where I kind of switched from walking to a slow jog, and then eventually started running. And once I did that, the fat just started to melt off of my body. And I got down to about 163 pounds before I got pregnant. So I knew this time around on my weight loss journey what would happen once I started running. So I started walking first. Over the course of the 75 hard challenge, I lost the 34 pounds, and then I slowly started to incorporate jogging and running because I knew that that would kickstart my weight loss. I knew that if I could get down to a weight where I was just comfortable, my body was comfortable, it was easier on my joints, especially my knees, I knew what would happen when I started running consistently. And sure enough, I was able to lose the additional weight. I was able to burn the additional fat by running and strength training. So here's what I'll say to you. There is no real winner when it comes to either walking or running for weight loss. They're both very good. I would recommend that if you're not doing anything, you simply start with walking. That will get you started, especially when it comes to building momentum and being consistent at an activity. Just simply start walking. That will absolutely help you get started on your weight loss journey. But I would just recommend that you start where you are. You have to start somewhere. So don't think that you have to start out running in order to lose weight. Walking, as I've proven, is just as effective. And then if you want to kick it into high gear, then you start incorporating running into your routine. Don't forget that fitness, the exercise part, is just one part of the equation, and it's not even the most important part. The most important part of the equation for weight loss is nutrition. If you want to lose weight, you have to clean up how you are eating. You have to focus on whole, unprocessed food. You have to be in a caloric deficit. I like to count macros. Some people like to count calories, but I like to count macros because it ensures that I'm eating the right type of calories. And so you have to do that part first. You're not going to lose the fat on your belly just simply because you're walking or running. You have to get the food part right as well. And I know this because I was really good about exercising. We've had a home gym since about 2020. Before that, I was exercising, and at home I had a gym membership, but I could never really gain momentum in my weight loss journey because I just simply wasn't eating the right foods. It was only when I started 75 Hard, I cleaned up my diet, I started counting macros, I cut out the processed sugar, that I was able to really kickstart my weight loss. And then the walking and then the running plus the strength training just helped me to lose the fat faster. But I had to get my nutrition right before I could see any difference in the scale. So I always say, start where you are, do what you can. And that just simply means if you're not doing anything now, then go ahead and get started with walking. The key to this is being consistent. No matter what it is that you do, you just have to keep doing it. If you do it for a little while and you stop, then you'll never get to the end result. You'll never get to the transformation that you're looking for. So you have to pick something that you can do and do consistently. I still walk to this day as part of my weight loss journey. I don't run all the time. I still walk as part of my journey, but I'm doing it consistently, right? Whether I'm walking or running, I'm still doing it 4 to 5 times a week. And so that is the reason why I've been able to lose the weight and then to maintain it, because I am still being consistent with that effort. So start where you are, do what you can, and if you want to move up from walking to running, you certainly can do that. If this video has been helpful to you, take a moment and hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment, hit the subscribe button. I love to have you here as part of this community. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.